Most people look for shortcuts. They look for treatments and all of these things, which I don't have a problem with, unless you're addressing the root cause of your problem. You'll do the treatment, but tomorrow you'll have new problems because you never addressed the root cause of the problem. So in today's video, we're going to kind of break it down. Today I want to talk about hair fall, the thinning of hair, the graying of hair, the whitening of hair. Yep, it's part of age if you're aging at the right pace. But most human beings are aging rapidly because of pollution, because of stress, improper lifestyle, improper diets, overdoing it on things that aren't good for us. Most of us are aging rapidly. And yet hair fall seems to be a problem that plagues millions and millions of people. Most people look for shortcuts. They look for treatments and all of these things, which I don't have a problem with, unless you're addressing the root cause of your problem. You'll do the treatment, but tomorrow you'll have new problems because you never addressed the root cause of the problem. So in today's video, we're going to kind of break it down. Hair fall revolves around many things that could be going wrong in your body. The number one is your gut. If you have poor gut health, it affects your hair, because not only does the absorption of minerals happen in your body that's required for your hair, but in your gut, but also the assimilation of it. So you may be eating the best diet in the world, but if you have poor gut health, you're not even absorbing most of the nutrients and the vitamins and the micronutrients that are required for your hair. So you can be putting all the chemicals on your hair, you can do all the treatments in the world, but if you don't fix that gut, you're going to continue to have problems. Your gut also regulates hormones, and hormones and a hormonal imbalance is again related to hair fall. A lot of women will relate to this sometimes post-birth, or when you're reaching menopause, or at the start of your period cycle, or when you have conditions like PCOS or endometriosis, you start to lose hair because of a hormonal imbalance. Whether it's progesterone, whether it's estrogen, whether it's testosterone, prolactin, all of these levels in imbalance can cause you to lose your hair, thin your hair, or change the quality of your hair. I'm going to give you a list of tests that you can do to check before you jump into quick fixes. I understand hair is important to all of us, okay, not taking away from that. But let me understand, in your desperation, don't let people feed you quick fixes that may just give you a little bit of success. And after that, you're searching from one solution to another. Let's get down to the basics. So number one, we need the right amount of vitamin D3. And almost 1 in 2 people that we consult with every day for the last 5 years have low vitamin D. So you got to fix that level, your vitamin D levels, if you want your hair to be good. Vitamin B12, the same old story. 1 in 2 to 3 people have low vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is required for your hair. You can be eating avocados, you can be eating pumpkin seeds all through the day. It won't make a difference if you don't have the right vitamins. Then we have B complex, vitamin B1, your biotin, folic acid, all of these. That's why it's called a complex of B vitamins. And this usually gets depleted when we're on heavy medication. For example, a patient going through chemotherapy. While the chemotherapy destroys the hair follicles, it also depletes certain vitamins, which is why the hair loss can be pretty aggressive, but it can grow back again. We have zinc. If you're deficient in zinc, you'll have problems with your hair. And iron. But here's where most people make a mistake. They only check their blood iron levels. You also have to check your ferritin levels. Your iron and your ferritin levels have to be good. And if it's on the lower side, it's a great clue as to why you're losing your hair. And then you can nutritionally supplement this with the right foods, or your doctor or your dermatologist will put you onto the right course of iron or ferritin supplements. What are some of the tests that we should do when our hair suddenly starts to fall? We want to look at the health of our thyroid. Extremely important, because sometimes when you have hypothyroid, you can have dry hair, you can have frizzy hair, you can have falling hair, you can have patches of hair falling out as well. At the same time, when you do your thyroid test, it's a good idea if you check your ATG and your TPO. That's your thyroxine peroxidase and your anti-thyroid globulin. Because if these are high, it's an autoimmune condition, which can suggest alopecia. Not exactly, it gives you a clue, because autoimmune conditions are main reasons why a lot of people have clumps of hair falling out. So, you know, some people, they just have these spots, little spots of loss of hair, balding spots in between. That's something that can be diagnosed as alopecia, which is an autoimmune condition, where your own immune system attacks your hair follicles and your hair falls out and you have these little patches. So it's always good to know what you're treating. So if it's alopecia, it's autoimmune, there's a whole load of other things that you can do. When it comes to autoimmune conditions, we're looking at chronic stress levels, we're looking at a gluten intolerance, we're looking at a dairy intolerance, we're looking at a weak gut, inflammation in the gut, we're looking at allergies, which is why we even check the IgE. to see if you have any allergic reactions to any foods or any allergens in the air or in your bedroom that can also cause your immune system to behave erratically and attack your hair. You want to do your basic hormone test where you check your prolactin levels, your DHEA, your testosterone, your estrogen, your progesterone, because if you have an imbalance in that, again, it could be the reason why your hair is falling. Also check your serum calcium and your serum phosphorus, because for hair growth, you need all of these vitamins. Now, first, before you get into blood tests are not always required. Reflect on your lifestyle. If you've been eating a poor diet, where are you getting your nutrients from that your hair needs? All of the nutrients that I just spoke about. We need B complex, we need vitamin A, we need vitamin D, we need vitamin E, all of these vitamins and trace minerals like boron, then we need phosphorus, we need sodium, we need potassium, we need selenium. So if your diet is wrong, if you're doing fad diets that don't allow you to have a rainbow on your plate that keeps you away from natural foods, you're going to have a deficiency. And no amount of multivitamins can supplement what real food can give you. It can help, but it can't be a replacement. So a lot of people say, Luke, I stopped eating fruits and I stopped eating whatever. I'm losing a lot of weight, but my hair is also falling. Yep, because your goal was only weight loss. It wasn't a holistic goal where you should lose weight and maintain your skin and maintain your hair. Any fad diet will push off weight quickly from your body, but most people have the second complaint. Why is everyone saying I'm looking old? My skin's looking haggard, my face is drooping, my hair is falling, my quality of my hair is changing? Because you did a fad diet. Your only focus was weight loss, fat loss. It was not your hormones. It was not your sleep, it was not the regulation of your gut and everything else. So when you do short-term things, you get short-term results. You do quick fixes, you get quick fixes. And it lasts for a short period of time. Stress. Everyone says, but everyone has stress. Yes, I do know everyone has stress, but my question to you is, what are you doing about it? Because it is proven scientifically, medically, in every single form of medicine that chronic stress causes your hair to be weak. Okay, you start to gray earlier, you start to whiten up earlier. We have children today at the age of 16 who have gray hair, and they don't just have deficiencies, they are stressed beyond belief. And when they learn to start relaxing, guess what? The gray hair starts to disappear. They don't start to get more and more gray hair. So you need to understand that your chronic stress plays a huge role. And yes, there's always something you can do about your stress. But if you know that stress is your problem for your hair fall and you're trying to find other solutions, you're on the wrong path. You have to address the root cause. The second, chemical-free shampoos. Let me tell you right now that all the cosmetics out there in the market, all with chemicals, you may think it's doing well for you in the long run, but what are the chemicals doing? They're destroying your scalp. They're destroying your hair follicles in the long run. They can give you quick fixes, make your hair look full and voluminous and all of that stuff and dark and whatever, but then you got to keep using that shampoo over and over again. Why do you need that when there are so many men and women who don't even use all of these chemical shampoos? They wash their hair once a week and they have beautiful hair. So is it really your shampoo that's making your hair healthier, or is it what you feed yourself and the lifestyle that you can live? So I'm not against shampoos, I'm not against all of your cosmetics and your hair packs and whatever you may use for your hair. But understand one thing, okay? If you can't understand the label, okay, if you can't understand the ingredients on the label, it shouldn't be going on your body. Period. Number one, there is no debate about that. Marketing is deceptive, marketing is clever, all of that stuff, all of us get fooled. But understand, if you can't understand what's going on in your hair, it is destroying you in the long run. So you can switch over to chemical-free, essential oil-based shampoos, whatever it is that suits you. Now, sometimes medicated shampoos will be given to you by a dermatologist for particular conditions, and you take it. But you also change your lifestyle and the way that you eat. Oiling your hair. It's sad. It's really sad. Like a country like India, when people today come to us with hair fall problems, the first question I ask, do you oil your hair? And the question is, oh, we don't believe in that anymore. It was a thing of the past. And let me tell you, you look around at women, most women and men who oil their hair, be it in South India or other parts of India, and they have better hair than most of the men and women who spend tons of money on cosmetics and hair treatments and all of that stuff. Never forget the basics. Very few people will be advised not to use a hair oil because maybe their scalp is too oily or they have, psoriasis or a psoriatic scalp or whatever it is. But most people should be going back to basics and nourishing the scalp and the hair follicles with oil. Whether it's coconut oil, whether it's sesame oil, whether it's a mix of coconut, sesame, castor, whatever it is. You can come up with so many mixes that suits your hair and your scalp. Never forget the basics. Never forget the basics. Oiling of your hair is mandatory for your hair health, whether it's your children, yourself, men and women. Exercise. If you're sedentary, you don't have the right amount of blood circulation. We understand gravity. Okay, we need the right amount of blood flow that carries nutrients and oxygen to every cell in the human body against gravity. That's why when you do yoga, your inversions, your headstands, all certain asanas drive blood flow towards your brain, your scalp. And that's why certain asanas and yoga, deep breathing exercises are excellent for your hair growth. So you see, it's not just about the chemicals and the quick fixes, it's about little things that you can do every single day. You need exercise, you need yoga, you need movement. Sleep. The easiest way to destroy the quality of your hair and your skin is by being sleep deprived. It's as simple as that. The beauty vitamin is vitamin S. Whether it's your hair or your skin, it is sleep. Deep sleep. And that's why they call it your beauty sleep. You have a good night of deep sleep, wake up in the morning, and you just love the way you look, how your skin shines, how your skin glows, how your hair feels. So you have the choice of chemicals that don't promise you nothing, and you have the choice of lifestyle. Try to find a balance between both of them, but lean more towards nature. Pool water. A lot of people spend time in the pool, and they don't understand that the amount of chlorine and chemicals can damage your hair if your hair is weak. So make sure you wear a pool cap in case you're spending a lot of time in the pool and you find that your hair is drying up very easily. And finally, coming back to your diet, a colored diet. Whether it's your fruits, your vegetables, your nuts, your seeds, your lean proteins, your legumes, your lentils, you cannot go wrong with a colored diet in balance. All of these things, and fixing your gut problems. If you have constant acidity, you have constipation, you have IBS, you have bloating, you have thrush, you have vaginal discharges that are not regular, you have constant UTIs, you know for sure you have a problem with your gut, and that's why your hair is falling. Fix the gut and you will fix the hair fall. It's as simple as that. The day we realize that quick fixes don't work for anyone is the day that we'll start to invest in ourselves, and you will love the change that happens within your body and within your mind as well. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. And remember, you care is all about you.